Hello, this is Stasia Bliss, and this is your second chakra meditation. I'm going to be integrating the shadow. Let's take a few deep breaths as we start out with some music from Deuter, a little empty shore for you as background. I want you to find a comfortable, upright, seated position. You might also choose to lie down, somewhere you can tune into and be aware of the pelvis, the home of the sacral chakra. Take a few deep breaths into this area. And begin to imagine and visualize the center like a pond. And as you peer into your own sacral chakra pond, just notice at first glance, is it clear water? A bit foggy maybe? Do you have a lot of muck? Is it completely muddy and brown? And wherever you are with your second chakra region right now, I want you to go ahead and just be okay with that. Be good with that. This is where we start the work. Assessment. So as you breathe into the center, just shine the light of awareness into the pelvis and imagine an orange glowing light. It's just illuminating the waters of this region. And feel and notice that there are roots in the bottom of this region, in this pond, that are connected to the earth through your first chakra. But in this center we've got that stem that's connected to the bottom of the pond, and the stem travels all the way through the water. Feel that stem in your spine and become aware that it is carrying vital information. Information that when you have access to, at first it seems really dark, perhaps uncomfortable, perhaps something you don't even want to associate with yourself or believe is yours, because these are the patterns, the memories, the coding form your entire family line. It's karmic. It might be mucky. It's your karmic crap. But you're here to transmute it, to integrate it as the alchemical container that you naturally are. So with that awareness, just allow however the water wants to sit, whatever color it is. And become aware that just like the umbilical cord that connects an infant to its mother to receive nutrients, this center is much like this umbilicus. It's connected though through time and space, in the matrix of all that is, to other lifetimes. And it's bringing through the nutrients, the awarenesses, the experiences, the vibrations and frequencies of everything that's come before that you are responsible for now. It's making up your field now. So in the awareness of this, for a moment just set aside any heaviness that might be associated with that awareness. Take on the observer attitude by taking awareness for a moment into the third eye center. Even gaze at your pelvic region from your third eye. Like you're putting on special goggles or glasses. So in one screen, you observe the pond, its muck, its clarity. In another screen, you're aware of the timelines and coding that are coming through genetics and lifetimes, channeling into that pond, actually feeding the pond, coloring the pond, and feeding that stem that is reaching toward the top of the pond, wanting to become the lotus. The lotus does grow through the pond, through whatever muck is there, and finds its way to the light. But right now I want you to tune into the rest of your body. So there's an awareness in the pelvic region, yes. To integrate the shadow or the trauma, the tragedies and drama of this center, which is sometimes the case. I want you to first become aware of the right side of your body. The entire right side. The right side is fed by Pingala Nadi, the solar energy of the body. So as you breathe into that side, feel a warmth, even a red glow from your entire right side. And recognize this is the side associated with all your masculine qualities. Activity, logic, linearity, reason, aggression. It is the active principle. It is the light of the sun within and moving out into the world. Become aware of all those aspects of you that you can see the way you move into life, to your job, relationships, appointments, how you move through space with your body, arms, stretching, reaching, embracing, washing. The do part. Feel the right side very activated through bringing awareness to it. Blood flow is increased, sensations increased. This is the aspect of people that is generally most active, activated, accepted, seen. Take your next deep breath in and send awareness now to the left side of your body. Feel awareness in the entire left side, Becoming aware of the energy on this side as the Ida Nadi is activated, the lunar force. This is the feminine part of the body. And is associated with and activates qualities that are more passive. The parasympathetic nervous system, that which controls all the organs and breathing and heart rate. Not something you have to initiate or think about, it's just happening under the surface all the time. It's your creative impulse, your intuition, insight. It's receptivity. It is the stillness, and it is the place in between the poses, in between the steps. It is the listener, the process and integration. In alchemy, elements are brought together and their sum becomes greater than their parts. It is where 1 + 1 is not 2, but 3 or 9 or more. So in the region again of the pelvis, as you bring awareness there and become aware again of that second chakra, visualize it as a spinning ball now of orange carnelian light. And it is illuminated both the right and the left side, the yin and the yang, the active and the passive qualities of self. It is as if the pond is still on one side and wavy on the other. But in the still point of the center, where the stem grows through the water toward the surface, it is still. Feel in your body both qualities existing simultaneously, right and left side. Passivity and aggression together. And that when they coexist and dance, cohabitate and mate in your vital centers, their copulation brings a birth that is alchemical in nature, that is magical, that ignites the qualities of that center to such a degree that they are purged of the receptacle of garbage collection that they were prior to activation. So maybe up until this point, your second chakra has just been a container for all of that information that came before you from your ancestors, past lives, lifetimes. But as you both actively decide to work with your body, your energy, your authenticity, and you open yourself to receive, to listen, to experience what that feels like, you create a moment within the center that pushes from it all that is not you now. The alchemy of the right and the left, the moon and the sun, the linearity and the still point. The linearity and the still point come together and create an opening, a portal, a place through which you may experience more of the truth of who you are. It's as if your divine light is standing back behind the center, waiting to shine through the mucky waters. And all you need do is agree and allow the motions to occur. Say yes into the center, to its potentiality being activated. So I'm going to bring you into a short visualization of how to utilize this in your day-to-day, especially at the moments that this center would be triggered. Since this center carries patterning, behavior patterns that you are here to work out, let go of, and write anew. So I want you to bring awareness into your full body now, recognizing and becoming aware that that second chakra is very vibrant right now. It's very active and pulsing. It knows it's being spoken of. It knows that it's being turned on and asked to reply. It's very aware. It's the part of you where consciousness exists in these qualities of you. An activated second chakra is one of satisfaction and joy, of acceptance of the unique gifts that are inherent in your being, and that move toward creation. So I want you to imagine yourself in a situation, maybe there's a person in your life that is a continual activator of your triggers. Maybe it's a partner, maybe it's a child, a parent. So taking a deep breath, imagine yourself standing in your pool, your pond. You are connected through your base to that stem running down to the base of the pool. And in your vision, allow a representation or a visualization of the person that triggers you to appear before your mind's eye. See them before you. And I want you to imagine them speaking the words that will push your buttons. That is their job. That was your assignment for them, bringing them into your life to help you clear this center. And so as the trigger happens, see how that trigger, do you hear that? Is actually a loosening up of some of the muck in the pond. It begins to move, almost like it's alive. It wants to be recognized. It's coming to the surface. And so we integrate the shadow here. We feel the movement of the trigger. And rather than responding to it right away, see, the movement has already occurred. The trigger has happened. That's the activity. So meet it with the alchemical component of awareness, of stillness, receptivity. Receive the activation of that trigger. That brings your left side into play. And now there's a dance that's taking place in your second chakra, where you are standing in observance of your trigger, your pattern that has been given to you to be worked out. And if you don't talk, you don't yell back or react. You simply look at it. Suddenly it will transform in front of your eyes with full awareness and open eyes. You can see it for what it is. It has arisen from the muck in the pond of your sacral center to show you the patterning, the karma. When you look it in the eyes, you integrate it, and something shifts. And when you own that process, and you do not project it back onto the other as if they are to blame for pushing your buttons, instead, there should be gratitude, because that other saw where you could have a clearer vision of yourself, where your pond had the potential for clearer waters, and their coding simply said, I just got to push this button for you, my dear, to bring that stuff to the surface. And sometimes we do that to each other at the same time. And it's a gift. So the next time you feel a trigger feels like a rise in you, maybe of anger, hurt, disgust, jealousy, something you might term a negative discomfort. Ooh, take a deep breath, because the activation has occurred. The right side is spinning. Look at it. Observe it, breathe with it. Activate your right and left side together. Let the alchemy occur. The blending of those two qualities, the activity and the receptivity, where they move to cancel each other out and become the greater portion, where that trigger is no longer a shadow, but an integrated truth. And the cool thing about integrating these triggers is they flip. When you integrate them, it's like printing off the negative. And you get the photo and it's the reverse. Abandonment turns into full acceptance. You are home at every moment. Anger turns into a deeper love, appreciation, and respect. And betrayal turns to honor. Take a few deep breaths and allow this orange light to move through your entire body now. And take this gift of conscious integration with you into your world. Take another gaze into that pond and see that water appears clearer to you than it did at the beginning. If you feel anything of a trigger that's been brought to the surface there, you can always spin it to the left 3 times and to the right 3 times within that sacral center. I'm integrating my shadow. Yes, these patterns have been given me to clear. And yes, I have every capacity to clear and transcend all of these things that I've been gifted from my ancestry, from my past lives. This is the lifetime. This is the time. In empowerment and authenticity, say thank you to yourself in a deep, gorgeous yes. To that beautiful shadow. Hari Om.